Welcome. Welcome to my channel, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to my channel. Hey, so let's talk about this. This is a hot topic right now in WNBA. It's about the the narrative of men playing for WNBA. It all started with Sophie Cunningham just trying to be real, putting some common sense with the people who ask her about her opinion on men playing for WNBA, and she just said that she wants to protect um, girls and women from biological male playing for WNBA, which is a common sense, guys. And now it's hot topic. And from what I see, coaches, different opinions from coaches. Okay, one coach from Lynx coach, which during a game wore this T-shirt. Guys, want you to show this. I want to show this to you guys. It says trans kids. Um, and I don't know if this is appropriate though for WNBA, for the sponsors of WNBA. I don't know if Cheryl Reeve will get fined for wearing a t-shirt like this, man. I don't know the rules and regulations for WNBA for wearing a t-shirt like this. I know WNBA has been um, advocate for fighting um, some some different um, different things uh, things that's happening in the society. That's their mantra there in WNBA. And so I don't know if she's gonna get fined for doing this. But then again, like I said, it's hot topic to the point that Stephen A. has already started to show his concern about what's happening there. And so let's listen to Stephen A. of what he's talking about.
And that involves the WNBA coach. Her name is Cheryl Reeve. Um, she's a coach in the WNBA. She is the coach of the Minnesota Lynx. And during this weekend, in a game against the Indiana Fever, she was seen wearing a Trans Kid Belong t-shirt. I'm going to repeat that. Trans Kid Belong t-shirt on Sunday during the game following the remarks from Indiana Fever player Sophie Cunningham. If you remember, this came after Sophie Cunningham defended her past statements on protecting girls from playing sports with transgender athletes. During an ESPN interview, Cunningham denied reports that she hates transgender people but wants to protect girls. If you remember, her quote was,
I think she didn't say that she hates transgender people. She said she loves all people. She just say that she wants to protect girls and women. That she believes that women's sports are for women. Right? I think that's my understanding. Comment down below what she was really talking about, guys.
I think that I am here to extend love, but I also think with that love is truth, being honest. And I want to protect young girls in the locker room or young girls in
There you go. That's what she said. She said she didn't say that she hates transgender.
sport who shouldn't have to go against biological men. On several occasions in the past, I've interviewed somebody by the name of Riley Gaines, who's a longtime advocate for biological men staying out of women's sports.
And if you guys don't know Riley Gaines is a swimmer, okay, NCAA swimmer, where she competed and she competed against a biological male, okay, and she had also a problem there, playing against a male athlete.
Let me state for the record, I've interviewed Riley Gaines on at least 2 occasions, and I completely support Riley Gaines' position. Her resume speaks for itself, what she was as a swimmer. But I happen to also think she's a fantastic person to talk to, a highly intelligent young lady who's principled. And the thing that shocks me is like This is not a conversation about being anti-anything. This is a conversation about being pro-girls. Ladies and gentlemen, at some point in time, there has to be the return of common sense. This is not about preaching hate. Nobody is supporting that on this show. Nobody should be supporting that in our society. I am a live and let live kind of guy. I'm conservative fiscally. I can't stand paying these damn high taxes in states like New York, New Jersey, and California. But I'm pretty damn liberal with everything else, meaning live and let live, until this issue came along. This is not about looking at people who are trans and hating on them or wanting denied their civil rights and civil liberties. That's not what this is about. If you're an adult and those are the decisions that you want to make with your life, I support your right to make those decisions. You're a trans individual and you transitioning from male to female, you ain't doing anybody any harm. If that's how you were born, if that's what you believe, if that's what's in your mind, your heart, your psyche, and there's a means upon which to facilitate that transition without harming other people, have at it. I fully support the trans community in that regard. Where you lose me is in two places. Okay? Number one, when you're talking about all your private parts remaining what they are as men and thinking that you get to use girls' bathrooms. I'm not down for that. Number two, when you're trying to compete against women, against girls in women's sports, trying to act like there's no advantage when there's no way in hell that there's no advantage.
There you go. That's the thing, man. Like I said, man. I mean, male is faster, stronger than women. So Cheryl Reeve putting that on his T-shirt. Okay, so there's no. I mean, for me, I don't hate people. I don't hate those transgender people. It's just a matter of thinking them playing against women. That's the thing. I have a granddaughter. I don't want her to grow up playing against men. Okay, for classmates playing in the playground, that's fine, but playing in professional sports, that's unfair though. That's really going to be unfair. Okay, I don't want that to happen.
This is not about being anti-anything. This is about being pro-girls, pro-females, pro-women, pro-ladies. That's what this is about. You can't be a male, born a male, transitioning to female, and think that you should have the right to compete with women. Not in basketball, not in football, not in boxing, not in the UFC. Hell, not even in tennis.
Oh yeah, in tennis, I think they've already created a law or a rule in order to determine whether you're a male or a female. They have a test already. I think the swabbing or something.
It's an aberration when you find somebody like a Serena Williams serving 120 miles, 25 miles an hour. That's ordinary for Jokic or Jokovic. That's ordinary for Sinner. That's ordinary for Alcaraz. That was ordinary for Sampras, Agassi, and all of these guys. We got to stop this. We got to stop acting like somebody that's speaking up on behalf of girls, like a Sophie Cunningham, like a Riley Gaines, are scourges of the earth. You are Cheryl Reeve, the head coach of the Minnesota Lynx. That is an irresponsible thing to do. You are a coach for a female basketball team. Do you not think that the females are being screwed over if they have to compete against an individual born as a male? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You trying to tell me that a college player for the men's at a college program anywhere in the country or an NBA player should transition to being a woman and be allowed to compete in the WNBA?
Just imagine that, man. Just imagine that. All of those G League players right now, male G League players, would say that they would say that they're women. Okay, would say that they identify themselves as women. And these guys are like 6'5", 6'8", 6'10", 7-footers who are like bulked up and want to play for WNBA. Just imagine that. All of Cheryl Reeve's players are gone. Are gone. Olivia Miles. What can she do? Man, what can she do? Nafisha Collier, who is the number one player, who is an MVP player, she's not going to be able to do anything.
On a collegiate level to a women's college program? Whether it's UConn, South Carolina, Iowa, Tennessee, or whatever else you want to come up with. What the hell are you talking about? It's not true. It is false. AJ DeBonza, not to throw his name out there, Darren Peterson, hell, pick a scrub. If you're a male and transition into female, you should be playing against the women. Nobody said you can't transition from male to female. The issue here is competing against the women. That's what Sophie Cunningham was talking about. That's what Riley Gaines is talking about. How are you, Coach Cheryl Reeve, and you could condone that? And then you're going to come out with a T-shirt. No regard for the WNBA. No regard for the sponsors that may be put off by that. No regard for the bottom line that might be affected because of a position that she has taken that you know is going to be politicized. Because that's what you did. No regard for that whatsoever. How is that okay?
That's what I'm talking about. WNBA. Commissioner Engelbert. Is she gonna get fined for this one? The sponsorship. It's gonna ruin the WNBA. Come on, man.
How? Because your spirit and your soul told you that's the right thing to do. So bump how it affects the collective brand of the WNBA and how they may be frowned upon by half of America when you need all the support that you can get in building your product is exceptional as the league and these young ladies playing in the league have done in building the sport all of these years. And you just gonna come out there and wear that shirt, knowing it was gonna bring attention to you, and knowing that you're going up against the Indiana Fever with Caitlin Clark, who obviously is the #1 draw in the WNBA, which means cameras are rolling. It's just an accident or coincidence that that's the game you chose to wear that shirt, huh? This is the bullshit. It's the selfishness.
It is, ladies and gentlemen. It is. You cooking, Stephen A. Tell her.
It's putting yourself before the betterment of the whole. And it's creating a case that doesn't exist. To the trans athletes out there, people are not against you like some people may lead you to believe. There's a lot of people that are empathetic and sympathetic to the challenges that you face and are God-fearing individuals who wish you no harm and want you to live your best life and want you to do whatever you feel is right for you. But it can't be at the expense of young ladies born as girls, raised as girls, evolving into women, having a sport for their own that's infiltrated by others who are not born the way that they were.
Yep, Title IX. That's the reason for
There are
Title
girls
IX.
who are evolving into women who know who they are, and what they want to be as women. If you were born a male and you're transitioning into female, you are different. That difference does not give anybody the right to violate your civil rights and your civil liberties, or to do harm for you, or to excoriate you, or to mess with you, or to torture you, or anything like that, mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually. They don't have a right to do that. But you don't have the right to impede upon women's sports when you were not born a woman or a girl.
Exactly. Yes.
That is unfair to those girls. And Coach Cheryl Reeve
It is unfair.
is thinking about Cheryl Reeve. And she's thinking, no doubt, about trans folks as well. Obviously, extremely liberal in that regard, which is her right, and there's no problem with that. The WNBA, however, did they know you were going to do that before you did that? Was that a coincidence that you wore it the night that you were playing the Indiana Fever, knowing that everybody watches wherever Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever go? Did you think about the collective challenge it would bring to the brand? Or the brand and the challenge it would bring to it collectively? Did you think about that?
No.
No, you didn't. And what's shocking to me is when I see women who ain't thinking about girls.
That's right.
We're not even a few years removed from if you uttered the wrong thing about a girl, the world was in your ass. Now you have women out here that don't seem to be giving any thought whatsoever to the detrimental impact some of these things and positions that they take could ultimately have on young girls evolving into women. How is it fair to them? How?
Tell it to them, Stephen A. Tell it to them.
I'd love for somebody to explain that.
Exactly.
And just as important, I'd love for them to explain how you're going to sell it to America via a sport that you're trying to uplift, that's getting scrutinized with every breath they take. How does this help the WNBA? I thought a coach in the WNBA would care about the collateral impact it could potentially have on the WNBA. Silly me. Little did I know that either it was a coach that didn't care or a coach that cared so much about her own individual feelings.
Well, there you go, guys. There you go. Stephen A. He cooked on that one. He cooked Cheryl Reeve on that one because it does hurt WNBA of what Cheryl Reeve did on that. I mean, she thought that that she is promoting something equality. She does. I mean, maybe she it's on her heart to protect transgender, it's fine. I mean, whatever Stephen A has mentioned a while ago, we do love people, right? We do love transgender, but not this way, man. This is WNBA though. Okay. WNBA are made for women. And so we are building this WNBA for small girls who are aspiring to be players one day. And so what Cheryl Reeve has done, she is like promoting something that is not supposed to be there. But hey, that's my opinion. Um, my opinion is I don't know if it's good for you. And so let me know. Like, comment, and subscribe. That's my video, guys. See you guys later.